Good morning, dear friends. My name is Yuri Bisarab, and today I would like to talk to you about English pronunciation or movements which bring us to sounds, English sounds in English language. But I would like to start with this, that first time when I heard English, first time in my life, I thought, oh my God, it's such a beautiful language. Unbelievably beautiful, charming. And then the other thought was, oh my God, I'm so stupid. I don't speak this language. And so that was the beginning of my long road to English and to struggling with and trying to understand how to pronounce sounds, how to sound good properly in English. And even in the Institute of Foreign Languages that I graduated, or now it's a university, linguistics university, still I could not find the answers to questions which were related to this issue of how to understand the difference between different sounds, how to produce them, how to make them well, properly, beautifully. And only when I found the book Autodidactics of Valery Kurinsky, which later on I translated. I showed it many times to you. I translated it to English. So when I found this book, I thought, oh my God, finally, it's possible to learn English and to understand how to produce these sounds, and finally to come one day to reading this book, for example. It's Shakespeare, all his plays. And later on, what is very important for us, to come also to this book in English. This is E. Cummings, his complete volume, complete works. Without this book, it's impossible to be a modern person. It's like those people who live in caves. So if we don't read it, we stay on that level. Or those people who had to live in caves. So I reduce a lot of stories here because I want to show maximum what is possible in a very short time. So the focusing in let's say the position of the tongue in English, it will be like this. You see, there is a big difference between French, Ukrainian and German, and now this English language. This is the way the tongue, we hold the tongue in English. In this position, it's a boat, it's a correct boat, and properly set boat. And also the place of focusing is here. Just when this nose comes with the lips together. So Kurinsky suggested to use a decoy for English, and this brings us directly to that famous phrase of Shakespeare, to be or not to be. I will try to put my closer the camera for you to see the sounds better, the movement. To be or not to be. So with this position we say to be or not to be, and we try to imagine that all the movements or vectors of the movements of the speech apparatus, we send them over here. To be, and I speak about British pronunciation. So to be or not to be, and this position, and from this we start analyzing, we start making movements. For P and B, those labial movements, we just need to put the lips together. We give the tongue stays in this position. This position, it's a position of relaxation in English. It is a very relaxed tongue, but in this position, which is unusual for for other languages, at least for those that I named. So PB, P, we just open lips, we give open lips, and we'll have P, P. We give a little aspiration to the sound. In English we say P, B, P, P, but we believe that we think that all the vectors or movements of the speech apparatus, mostly of the tongue, are directed over here. P, B, the tongue is not doing anything. P, B, P, B. We add voice to the air, it will be B. M, the same label. We put the lips together, and We give the air to the nasal cavity and we open the lips and we will have the sound m, 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 m. Of course it will be different. This m is different in English compared to all the rest of the languages. And likewise all the rest of the sounds. So but the movement is it's very similar. And next sound, W. W is from Old English. It was just two U's. And it says to us that there should be oo, some kind of long. So to make W in English, we need to pull the lips out, and just imagine that you take a cherry and put it back into your mouth. So we say oo, w, 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 w. This is the W sound in English. The tongue stays in this position. W, w, w. Next, labial and teeth. We put, we touch with the bottom lip, we touch upper teeth, we give the air, tongue is staying in this position, we give the air, and we have f, 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 and the same with v, but we just add a little bit of voice, and we'll have v, 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 the same. This is a very difficult sound for many. These are two sounds, the and the. This is very difficult for many people because they don't analyze those things, that how the sounds are produced. So the mystery will be resolved for you now, and I found the answer in the books of Kurinsky about this. So to make the, we need the initial position, not the tongue like this, but it rests, we take it out from the mouth, we pull it out from the mouth a little bit, just 5 millimeters maybe, and we touch the upper teeth. I will show you with a little bit of exaggeration. Like this. This is the initial position, and then we give air, and we at that time when we give air, we put it back, we pull it back to the initial position, to the nominal position of the tongue in English language, and we will have th, th, and if we add voice to this, it will be the. This is the correct way to produce these sounds. Tell to all those teachers how to teach this. Of course, it's possible if we have this position of the tongue and focusing. These are inevitable things for English language. Next, easy to do. From this position, we touch the alveolar. It's the area above the upper teeth. We touch it. We give air, and it's a little bit of tension. T, da, and aspiration. T, t. If we add air, voice, and we will have d, t, d, t, d, t, d, and the movement is like this. We touch d, d, t, d. The same with n, but we give the air to the nasal cavity, and we will have n, n. So we touch this area. This is initial position. We give air over here, and we will have n. L, the same. We touch the alveolar, this location here. L, but the air will go to the sides of the tongue, and we will have l, 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 l. S, Z. For these sounds, we need to touch or approach, not touch, but approach the tip of the tongue to upper teeth. That's why we make these sounds S, Z, and we leave a little bit of room there for the air to have to produce friction there, and we will have S, Z. If we add a voice, we will have Z, Z, S, S. Okay, this sound, very good, very beautiful sound in English language, because only maybe a millimeter or maybe 2 millimeters of the tip of the tongue tremble on the air which we give to the mouth cavity, and we need to bring it closer to the palate for us to have like a tension, to create a little bit of tension, and then on that tension or tensed air we make this sound r, 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 rum, rum, rum. Okay, r, 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 r. It's very short, very little piece of the tongue, very little piece of the tip of the tongue is trembling, and that makes British or English r, r. Then ch, 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 j. It's a little bit here. So again, with the tip of the tongue, we touch this area. We touch, we give the air, and it will be ch, j. If we add voice, it will be j, ch, and we pull it back to the nominal position. Touch, give air, pull it back, ch, j. With sh and j, we don't touch, but we bring very close to this area, the tip of the tongue, and that's why we'll have. We give air, it will be sh. Pull it back, sh. Pull it back. If we add voice, j, j. We don't touch again. We don't touch, but leave a little bit of space here, a little bit of room, and then we will have this sh, j, sh, j. The only mid tongue sound in English it's y. Y. For that, it's by the way, it's not easy to make it, to show even here, because I need to pull to make like the way the tip of the tongue is here, but I need to pull up the middle of the tongue and to this area. We don't touch it, but pull it very close, and we'll have y sound with the middle of the tongue, middle of the palate. Y. Then back tongue sounds. K, g, k. We touch with this back of the tongue, this place here, and we touch, then give a, leave this place with the tongue, and we'll have k, and if we add voice, we'll have g, g, g. If we give air to the nasal cavity, we'll have this typical for English sound, which is n, 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 n. So we touch again, then we give the air to the nasal cavity, and we'll have n. If we just approach this place but don't touch it with the back of the tongue, give the air to the mouth cavity, we'll have this sound h, 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 h. This is it with a consonant in English. In the books, there is kind of a problem with vowels. So let me explain them to you. For this, I will have to move the camera like this and to show you the table. So this is a typical E sound in English. For that, we need to a little bit make our lips in this position. E, 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 E. Then next sound is E. So we don't stretch our lips. We just say E. And you will find the presentation. These are just sounds. All of these are sounds, not letters. You will find in the books how they are represented in form of letters. So it's A. It's pit, for example. So this is Pete, and pit. We have to see the difference. Pete, pit, Pete, pit. This E, E. So these are they divided scientists, the scholars. They divided in so many A's and so many R's, O's, etc. We need to understand that this is both just closed position, open position. I mean the syllable open and closed, but it's just These sounds, this sound is a very broad So for this, we need to say We need to open the mouth wide, and it will be It's a different than Listen, It's different, and everybody hears that in English. So bed and bad, these are different things. And this is closed, not broad, and this is broad. This is broad because there are such words. Okay, there are some words, many words in English with very broad like but this is This is also but in closed syllable, broad but closed syllable. That's where we have the confusion. Also, with here it's O, which is long. These two dots show that it's long. It's O, and this is shorter O, closed and closed syllable. These are two sounds very close because they have sort of like R effect, but R effect with closed mouth, not open mouth. So this sound is very short. It's just hot, very short. And this is O, but with some kind of R also effect, and it will be also not. So this is U long, this is U short. This is clear with this. But now we need to come to this sound because it's very important. Many vowels are reduced to this sound. This is So for this we need to keep the mouth like this, stretch our lips a little bit, and to say it will be So again, we make this in this way. We keep the tongue like this, and we stretch our lips a little bit to the side, and we say but we stretch lips with this tongue, with this focus, and it will be Whew. This is all you need to know about sounds and movements in English language to come to proper sounds, to come to proper timbre of English. I wish you success. Please exercise. Find how these sounds correspond to letters, and try to both visualize for yourself how to produce these sounds, and later on I will tell you some other things which are necessary for us to come to cummings and also to Shakespeare. Have a nice day. Bye bye.